Hey guys, Weir, roadtoroota.com. Big week. I think it's a big week. Dick Allgaier and the Crypto Viewing guys are going to come out with the latest RV we did, remote viewing session about the Grand Canyon, what's going on in there, and it's going to blow your mind. Absolutely blow your mind. Those of you who follow my work at all, you might ask yourself, what is this? Can you see it? Pyramid with the all-seeing eye. Well, they say it's the eye of providence. Good luck, the eye of God, or whatever. That came out in 1935. They put that on the back of the $1 bill. Look at it again. See those bushes around the base of the pyramid? Where are the pyramids? Well, theoretically, they're in Egypt, right? Is there any bushes around the base of the pyramids? No. There's actually pyramids all over the world. The largest is in Bosnia. They thought it was a mountain forever, and it's actually a pyramid. But there's huge pyramids in the Grand Canyon. Believe it or not. And that will be part of the remote viewing session, along with a ton of other stuff. So I'll send out an alert when that happens, and then you can go to Crypto Viewing to check it out. It will be on their Patreon channel, so you're going to have to sign up for their Patreon, but it's going to be well worth it, trust me. It's really cool. But one of the things I touch upon is this in my work, because there's a reason this is still on the back of our $1 bill. And the reason is it has to do with the gold found in the Grand Canyon. This article is one I found quite a while ago, and I've been doing research on it ever since. It says, tell of vast riches in the Grand Canyon. Men engaged in gold dredging operations expect to astonish the world. I've been here. I've seen it. Yes, it is just a small part of the massive part of the gold in the Grand Canyon. But it was billions of ounces that they found. And you might think, that's a lot, but it's not, outrageous. It was outrageous in the early 1900s when they found it. There was only about 200 million ounces in circulation. That's on planet Earth at the time. And they said they found billions and billions of ounces. That is the reason for the Federal Reserve System. You guys have heard this all from me. But this really needs to be looked into. Why is it still there? If you look at all the bills, they've all been changed. They've all been fixed. They've all been anti-counterfeited. Everything except the $1 bill. Everybody's like, oh, that's the Illuminati, the all-seeing eye. Potentially, or, as you'll find out in the RV, potentially it's something else. It's really exciting what they came up with. This. Some of you guys have seen that. That kind of looked like a canyon to me. These are 7 gold bars that are the top 10 cryptographic mysteries on planet Earth that they can't decipher what they say. This is the gold in the Grand Canyon. See those zeros with the line through it? Remember the cover of The Economist magazine in 1987? The zero with the slash through it? It's all about the same thing. This is going to be exposed very soon, I believe. We're exposing it right now. But I think a Trump announcement would be nice, wouldn't it? To say, yeah, we've been conning you this whole time. We've been rigging the markets. But we finally got the bad guys in jail, and now we're going to allow free markets to happen. Gold and silver will be allowed to be traded freely. Oh, by the way, we just happen to have millions of tons of gold in the Grand Canyon that we've been saving for a rainy day. And there it is right there. Gold in the Grand Canyon. Tell of vast riches in the Grand Canyon. But back to this. This is my slideshow because I wanted to be outside. Back to this. This came out in 1935, this design. It hasn't changed since. What else happened in the early 1930s? How about this? May 1st, 1933. The United States confiscates all the gold. Can you believe that? Not many people turned in their gold. They said, screw that. But yeah, I think we're the only country to confiscate gold. Probably not the only country, but officially we confiscated people's gold. Could you get away with that today? No. We don't trust our government anymore. I guess they trusted the government back then, Well, they threatened them jail time if you didn't turn in all your gold. But there's a lot of stories about whether or not it was to get the gold out of the hands of the bankers. That's probably what it was, because we had literally millions of tons of gold in the Grand Canyon we could have used. But the decision was made to create the Federal Reserve System. There's 2 squirrels fighting behind me. Exciting out here. It's like Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom. But yeah, so instead they just confiscated the gold, knowing we got plenty of gold for the people, and issued fiat paper money, and then lots of money, and lots of money, and then more money and more money. And now it's just completely off the charts. Not only the dollar, but all the other forms of the dollar, like derivatives are dollars, theoretically. So yeah, they've created it to infinity, and now they're going to blow it sideways. So hang on tight. With Kavanaugh in, it opens up all kinds of things for the good guys to do, and I'm real excited about that. So the other thing, after the 1933 confiscation, you have President Roosevelt orders a 4-day bank holiday in 1934. Puts embargo on gold, and then you have 1935, you have the Gold Reserve Act. What did the Gold Reserve Act do? Gold Reserve Act created the Exchange Stabilization Fund. And that Exchange Stabilization Fund is the law that they use to rig the markets with computer programs these days. Of course, they didn't have computers back then, but they still rigged the markets. The gold market especially, but also the silver market. We were running out of silvers in the 60s, and then we almost completely ran out in the 90s. And instead of running out, they shut down one of the most important military facilities in the world, where they housed the Manhattan Project, the first atomic bomb, the Y-12 facility, where they enriched uranium. It was 3 billion ounces of silver they pulled out in the 1990s because they were so desperate for silver. Now, has there been a lot of silver found since then? No, not a lot. Some, I'm sure, but not a lot. Yes, silver is massively undervalued, massively manipulated to this day. Steve Mnuchin probably has his finger on the button. Steve Mnuchin, the head of IT for Goldman Sachs. Remember that. He was the head of computer trading for Goldman Sachs. That's why he is in his position today. And they can and do rig every market. The gold market, the stock market, the bond market, the crypto market. It's just a click of a mouse. There is no limit to the amount they can sell. And those who say, oh, no, there's only 21 million Bitcoin. What are you talking about, Bix? Look at the volume of trades in Bitcoin, and you'll just be shocked. There's not 21 million in Bitcoin. If there's 21 million in Bitcoin, there's 21 trillion in Bitcoin derivatives that are traded every day. Just look at the volumes. It's complete criminality. Hopefully that'll all end soon with the crashing of the exchanges, the takeout of the bad guys, such as Brock Pierce and friends at Bitfinex and Tether and that whole scam. And it'll be a good thing. Yes, there might be volatility. Yes, cryptos might drop by 50%. A lot of people are expecting it, so probably won't happen. The good guys will probably say, since so many people are expecting it, let's just run it up higher and get them in late, and then we'll crash it. Who knows? The only way to survive this thing is to hold your cryptos out of the system in your own possession. And I've been saying that for a long time. I've been saying that since the early 2000s with silver. If you don't hold it, you don't own it. With cryptos, Andreas Antonopoulos said it from day one. If you don't hold your own private keys, you don't own your cryptos. I don't care how much you trust whoever's holding your crypto. They own it. You have a claim on it. Coinbase, Kraken, GDAX, no matter where you have your cryptos. If you don't have your private keys, you don't own your cryptos. You have a claim against them. So yeah, get them off the exchanges. Trezor Wallet's a great one. Keep Keys a great one. Paper wallets are great. Just figure out how to store your cryptos effectively and properly. And if you get cryptos from somebody else, make sure you transfer them out of that wallet into another wallet. Even the people who subscribe to Roto-Rooter. I've seen your wallet. You need to move those cryptos to your own private secure wallet. Not that I'm going to do anything about it, but that's just a reality. The reality is if you're not the only one who's seen your private key, you're not the only one that owns it. So just keep that in mind as you try to secure your assets for the future. As far as silver, buy with both fists. The rumors are any day it could run, and then they'll probably shut down the comics because there's going to be no sellers of silver as it passes certain moving averages. And then what do you do if there's no sellers? There's only buyers. You know, it goes up $100, $1,000, and there's still no sellers. So hang in there. Hang on to your silver. If you can get some more, get some more. I can't tell you what day, but it was real important to get Kavanaugh in as one of the Supreme Court justices, because now they can do a lot more things as far as arresting criminals, such as the crypto cabal and those guys. Anyway, that's your update from the $1 bill. Pay attention this week. I think Dick Allgaier is going to be posting the Mysteries from the Grand Canyon Part 2, and it's going to blow your mind. And it's not just about the $1 bill. There's all kinds of amazing things in that RV session. And it's long. I think it's like an hour or two long. So check it out. It'll be really cool. This is Bix Weir. You guys have a good weekend. I'll talk to you later.